Woo! Good morning. Are you alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic? Are you ready for the next round of snow? It's a coming. It's a coming. Kim, I noticed somebody said that school was going to have a vacation week and one more. I know. I know. Well, welcome everybody. I'm so glad to see you this morning. Thank you for being here. I know there are many other places you could choose to be this morning, like in bed, and you're here. So very grateful for that. So one of the things that I normally do in helping folks that are in other parts of the country, I always give them the weather forecast here. And it was cold this morning. The temperature had dropped again, but it's brilliant sunshine, blue skies. I'm looking out the window and seeing blue skies. So we're going to take it all in now because it's going to slowly change into the evening. And actually, the snow's not supposed to come until like 3 o'clock in the morning. So we are going to, and they're calling it, what are they calling it, a snow bomb or something like that? I don't know. A bomb cyclone. So whatever, we're equipped, and we can stay in and wait for it to come and go. So I love that. So let us begin. And remember, you can always stand or sit, whatever you choose to do. So let us begin with our opening song from our great music team.
Please be seated. I love myself the way I am. There's nothing that needs to change. just the way you are. There's nothing you need to do. When I feel the love inside myself, it's easy to love you. Behind your fears, your rage, your tears, I see your shining star. And I love you just the way you are. I love the world the way it is, 'cause I can clearly see that all the things I've judged are done by people just like me. So till the birth of peace on earth that only love can bring, I'll help it grow by loving everything. I love myself the way I am, and still I want to grow. But change outside can only come when deep inside I know I'm beautiful, I'm capable of being the best me I can. And I love myself just the way I am. I love myself just the way I am.
Please join me in prayer. I love myself just the way I am. Oh, what freedom there is in that. Nothing to rearrange, nothing to change. Just show up being you, being me. And so as we open our hearts and our minds this morning, we open up to the knowing that everybody is being just who they are. And we know that the very essence of our being is love. So we are love in action. I was thinking of a snow cyclone, a bomb cyclone. Let's have a love cyclone. Just bombing everybody with our love. Knowing that that is the very essence of who we are and the very essence of everybody else. And when we show up from that place of love, we show up in our authenticity, in the truth of who we are. And if I know that for me, I know it for you as well. And I know it for other people in our lives. Now, there may be somebody in your life right now that needs to remember the truth of who they are. Or they may need a little extra love at this moment because they're going through some kind of a challenge. If you know somebody, or if you yourself are, just speak your name out or their name out right now. We know that wherever they are not alone. The Nazarene said, where two or more are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst. And there are a lot of us gathered right here. So all of that love is going to whoever's name you've just spoken. So we just give thanks in advance for a wonderful time together this morning and for safety for everybody over these next 24 hours or so. And so it is. Amen. Well, you notice we have a change in the season. Beautiful. Thank you, Callie. I don't know if you noticed, but the second song was also written by Callie. She has many gifts, and we get to have them all. I love that. I love that. Is there anything else that I want to mention this morning? I don't think so. I think we'll just move right on. So, again, if you would like to stand, you can as we say together our invocation. Together. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life. God, the good, omnipotent. One presence, one power operating in our life. Our vision statement is centered in divine love. We celebrate a spiritually transformed world. We celebrate a world where everybody is treating each other with dignity and respect and kindness and love. And that starts with us, because as we extend it out, it comes back to us, because the world mirrors back to us what we put out. Our mission statement is Unity Center for Spiritual Growth reaches in to reach out through education, service, and creation of community. So prayer is at the base of all of our business that we do here. But I want to mention, too, that education, service, and creation of community happens every Sunday, because when we come together, you're here to glean some new process or teaching, but we're also here to support one another, and we do that through our connection, through community, and through service. I've mentioned this often, but we do have wonderful people in service. We have AV people, and we have music team, and we have greeters. We have hospitality, but the main thing is you, because when you're here, you're in service to each other. You're here supporting each other. And so that is how you are serving in this community. And our core values are: we are loving, we are accepting, we are authentic, we are transformative, we are soul-centric, we are compassionate, and we are welcoming. And that is the truth about us. And so I have you standing now, so we'll greet one another. We have some new people here this morning, and we're very grateful that you're with us. I know that you probably got a little informational piece and a sign-up sheet type thing. If you're willing to fill that out and leave it with us, then we'll put you on our database and you'll get our updates. We don't send out a lot, so you're not going to get, your inbox isn't going to get full, but it does keep you abreast of what's going on here. So we welcome you. We have over here, we have Mark, Matt, and Stephanie, and then over here, Greg. Yeah, wow, grateful. So, yes, welcome. So now what we do is we drop down into our hut space and we sing Namaste once through, and then the second time through we move just our eyes and our gaze to other people and welcome them.
Namaste. Namaste. My heart sings Namaste. The light in me
Thank you. And this is a portion of the service where I give you our basic teachings. And I was thinking as I was driving down this morning, um, I've been with Unity now for 37 years. I can remember coming through the door back in 1989 when people had told me that they'd been with Unity 20 years, and I thought, how does anybody do anything for 20 years? I don't know how to do that. Uh, but Unity grows on you. And I was thinking about how grateful I am for the freedom to explore my spiritual life. That there isn't a confined way that I have to do things. Unity has a very open and accessible approach to life. And there are some teachings, and that's what I'm going to share with you this morning. But they're just teachings. They're not, you have to do this. But it really has empowered me in my life to use these teachings and to deepen my own journey with them. So the first one is that God is good and everywhere present. And this is, again, a teaching where this isn't what sometimes you got growing up, but our belief is that there isn't a God out here. It's a spirit that lives within each and every one of us. The second one is that everybody is inherently good. Everybody is an original blessing. Everybody has that core of divinity within them. The third one is that our thoughts create our reality. Our thoughts, and if you take a moment and just think about a thought that you might have, and it can be a good thought or it can be one that's not so good. But once you think it, then another one follows it and another one follows it, and all of a sudden you're down this rabbit hole. And you don't want to get down that rabbit hole if it isn't a thought that you want to continue with. So our thoughts are creative. Everything happens first in the thought before it happens in the physical. But being mindful of the thoughts that you're holding and the energy that you're putting behind them, because that's what you want. You want the thoughts and the energy that's going to be what you want to see in your world. The fourth one is our conscious contact with our spirit, or the spirit of God within us, is through prayer and meditation. And prayer doesn't have to be a long thing. It can be thank you. Thank you is a prayer in itself. Meditation doesn't have to be 20 minutes on a cushion. It can be 3 minutes. It can be 1 minute. It can be just stopping and breathing, centering back. So there are many different ways that you can practice these. And then, of course, the fifth one is how do we use them in our life today? And this is where I get feedback from you of how they're happening and how they're showing up in your life. So does anybody have a story that you want to share with me this week? Dawn, we'll start with you. You got a microphone.
This is a synchronicity story. Probably like 2-3 weeks ago, I had an idea of a song I was going to suggest to that Dina, we might put it into the service one day. And so the opportunity to do that came and went. And I didn't say it. I don't know what happened, but I got sidetracked. And then a few days later, all of a sudden, another song popped into my head. It's a John Denver song, which I enjoy singing. And I suggested that to Dean a couple of weeks ago. And then about a week went by, roughly, and she said, the synchronicity is kicked in. He says, because we're going to use that song. And so the song that you're going to hear today is one that I suggested a couple of weeks ago. And it was just one, just Spirit just says, try this one.
Yeah.
So, and so I'm doing my best to celebrate any synchronicities that I'm aware of, because what you pay attention to expands.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Perfect. Jack, you had something? Do we have a Uber story? No, not an Uber story this morning. Oh, wow.
I think a lot like most of us, we look around the world and we see problems at this time. And I don't believe in cursing the darkness. I look for a way to serve. A friend of ours told us that there's a way that we can, some of these people who've been arrested and put in camps um, are going up before a judge to be bonded. And my wife and I had the opportunity to help somebody be free.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful.
We a little bit involved in doing this, but to me it's worth doing because it's one way that we can say this was not what we believe in. We can do something to make light. A gentleman is now free that lived in Waterville. My wife offered to go down to New Hampshire to pick him up and bring him home. But they already had somebody arranged for that.
Oh, good. Awesome. Thank you, Jack. Yeah. Yes, Mimo.
This is something that I just wanted to share with the community. I recently became reacquainted with Fred Rogers' books. And this song, as I came in the room today, was saying, I love you just the way you are. And I want to say to you, my oldest sister is a rare book dealer, and she sent me 3 of his books. And I can't tell you enough. It follows the daily word for me now, because every single day there is something that is true to my heart. I think I can say true to our community. And I just want to urge you all to put Fred Rogers in your search engine and go to your library and look at those every day. It will lift you. So thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Oh, my little hoosie fell off. Will you put it back on? My little hoosie goes on to my microphone wherever, right here. We have a little costume adjustment here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My AV guy would be very upset if I came back with a microphone without that on. Betty Lou, would you be willing to read our daily word this morning?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, all right, okay. I gotta make sure I have the right day. So the word for today is release. I release all beliefs as I grow and evolve. So many things shape my beliefs over the years. My upbringing, family history, education, friendships, and spiritual life, to name a few. As I go through life, excuse me, I will have new experiences and meet all kinds of people. I may find old beliefs that once fit me well, fit me no longer. Growing and deepening in spiritual understanding may mean releasing ways of thinking that no longer serve me. But I can do that and still honor the person I was, my background, and my history. Releasing makes room in my mind and opens my heart for the person I am becoming. Releasing my old beliefs readies me for a future growth and evolution. Now look, I have just released you today from the fetters on your hands. See, the whole land is before you. Go wherever you think it good and right to go. Jeremiah chapter 40, verse 4. Thank you.
So you already got a little introduction to the song that we're going to sing to open up Pat's talk. This is Singing Skies and Dancing Waters by John Denver.
So many years ago, I can't remember now. I thought that nothing was new. I had the answers to all of my questions. The one I lost sight of was you. I didn't know. My life became shady and I grew afraid, and I needed to find my way home. I just couldn't see you. I thought that I'd lost you. I never felt so much alone. Are you still with me? Are you still with me? I'm with you in singing skies and dancing waters, laughing children, growing old, and in the heart and in the spirit and in the truth when it is told.
Sometimes an evening when daylight is leaving, I think I'll never see you again. Are you still with me? Are you still with me?
I'm with you in singing skies and dancing waters, laughing children, growing old, and in the heart and in the spirit and in the truth when it is told.
My faith should falter and I should forsake you and find myself turning away. Will you still be there? Will you still be there?
I'll be there in singing skies and dancing waters, laughing children, growing old, and in the heart and in the spirit and in the truth when it is told. And in the heart and in the spirit and in the truth when it is told.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Ah. Talking about synchronicities, Dawn, my good friend Kelly Isla, colleague, and Kelly was here a year or two ago, has been writing a daily blessing for Lent. And her first day blessing fits so well with what I'm talking about today, I have to start with it. We enter Lent not to become nicer people, but truer ones. Ashes remind us that everything false will fall away, including the versions of love that asked us to stay quiet when honesty was required. Today, do not rush toward improvement. Begin instead with honesty. Notice where your body tightens at the thought of telling the truth. That tightening is not failure, it is information. Love begins here. So I'm going to invite you to place your heart on your chest. Name one place you have confused love with silence. Yeah. So today we begin a new series for Lent called Meeting Jesus Again. And our first movement in this journey is simply and is simple and courageous. We meet the Jesus who sees clearly, not the Jesus of guilt, not the Jesus of performance, not the Jesus who demands that you clean yourself up before you arrive, but the Jesus who looks at people exactly as they are, tired, conflicted, sincere, distracted, and does not turn away. The Jesus who can bear reality without flinching. The Jesus who names truth without shame. This is how we begin Lent this year. Not with self-punishment, not with spiritual striving, but with honest seeing held in love. Because we're not beginning again, because we are not beginning again because we are broken, we are beginning again because we're ready to be honest. Beginning Lent with honest seeing sets the tone for the whole season. It creates safety. You don't have to pretend to be fine. How many times have you done that? How many times has somebody asked you, how are you doing? Oh, I'm fine. When you were dying inside. It creates trust. We won't use spiritual language to hide from the truth. And it signals clearly, this will not be a performative Lent. We are not performing holiness. We are practicing presence. And over the last several weeks, we have been continuously coming into presence. So who is the Jesus who sees clearly? Scripture often says Jesus saw. He saw the crowds and had compassion. He saw Zacchaeus hiding in the tree and called him by name. He saw the woman at the well and understood her tangled story. He saw Peter's fear beneath his bravado. He saw Martha's worry behind her service. He even saw the tenderness behind Nicodemus' late-night questions. Jesus notices what is real, not what is rehearsed. And here's the spiritual truth that changes everything. Jesus sees clearly because he looks through love, not judgment. He looks through love, not judgment. Clear seeing without love becomes critique. Clear seeing with love becomes healing. In unity, we say Jesus represents awakened consciousness, the Christ nature in full expression. And when he sees clearly, he is modeling the way our own inner Christ sees us. Many of you know the story of the woman at the well. We're going to look at it through a spiritual lens. So let's step closer to that story of the Samaritan woman at the well. She comes at noon when no one else is there, a sign of avoidance. Where in your life have you avoided going at a certain time because you knew you would be asked questions or you knew you'd have to communicate with somebody, and you chose not to go at that time for whatever reason? She's weary. She's tired. She's thirsty, and not just for water. She's thirsty for meaning, honesty, and belonging. Are you thirsting for that right now? Are you looking for that more and more in your life? That's what I'm noticing. I'm noticing right now that people are wanting more connection. They're wanting to be more in community with people than they have ever been before. And what happens? Jesus meets her exactly where she is. He names what is true, not to shame her, but to free her. Do you remember that story? For those of you that may and those of you that may not, he tells her what is going on in her life. He tells her all of the things that are happening. And so he's seeing her and she's being seen. So, what does the well mean for us? Does it symbolize a place we return to for old stories, for old identities, and old coping mechanisms? Is it familiar, predictable, comforting in some ways? It's where we draw water that temporarily gets us through the day. I've been having this ongoing dialogue with myself. Anybody else do that? Probably not. Uh, but the dialogue is about dismantling old beliefs, dismantling things that we have just made as ours without even thinking about them. And that's what the well represents to me. It symbolizes the old stories that I keep telling myself that are not true. It symbolizes the old identity. Who I was when I walked through these doors in 1989 is 180, 360 different than who I am today. Do I want to go back to her? No, she served me while I was there, but I don't want to go back to her. I don't want to go back to that old identity. And coping mechanisms. Some of the coping mechanisms that I used early on, alcohol, sex, all of that stuff. It's not my coping mechanisms today. And was that familiar? Was that predictable? Absolutely. She was dealing with the same things. She was dealing with the same stories, the same identities, the same coping mechanisms. But Jesus offered her something else. He offered living water, freshness, truth, clarity, and a new identity rooted in love. That's beyond the pale of what she knew. A new identity rooted in love. She leaves her water jar behind, which is the symbol of her old story, and runs to tell others she's been seen without being condemned. Her healing begins not because she was corrected, but because she was seen clearly and loved fully. Can you just feel that? Can you just feel what it must have been like? Her feet didn't touch the ground as she ran to tell the people that she cared about. So where are our wells today? Where's the story that becomes ours? So before we go any further, I want to pause and I want to ask a simple, brave question that brings this ancient moment right into our lives. If the Samaritan woman went to the well for her old stories, we have to ask ourselves, where do we go? Where do we go to keep those old stories and that old identity alive? I don't think that our wells today are made of stone, but I bet they're made of habits. We go to our phones and we scroll for comfort. I'm guilty. Anybody else guilty? Yeah. We return to the old family messages we learned as children. Be strong. Don't need anything. Oh my God, don't need anything. And keep the peace. I kept the peace in a relationship that was very abusive. I kept the peace. I could have been that woman at the well. However, I couldn't do it for a long period of time. And finally, somebody saw it. Somebody saw what I was going through and became that person that loved me through it and took me out of it, just as Jesus took the woman out of the well, away from the well. We slip into familiar roles. We slip into the fixer. You'll hear yourself in here. The caregiver. the responsible one, because they kept us safe. We knew our role and we did it well. We hide in busyness, in overworking, in numbing, in self-criticism, in fear-based spiritual ideas that tell us we must earn love. These are the places we draw from when life feels uncertain. There are familiar wells, but they only offer the same old water. Jesus meets us, not to shame us, but to offer living water, a new story, a fresh way of being. And here is the truth that begins Lent for us. Lent begins when we stop drawing from what is familiar and start listening for what is life-giving. Honest seeing without shame. So what does it mean to practice honest seeing the way Jesus does? We name what is real gently. I'm overwhelmed. I'm exhausted. I need rest. Tell me what you need right now. What's going on for you? Are you feeling overwhelmed? Are you feeling exhausted? Are you feeling like, I just wanted, I used to say, I want the world to stop so I can get off. That's what it feels like right now. I want the world to stop so I can get off, because this is too hard. But it's not too hard when I come here. It's not too hard when this becomes my well. This is where I come for the living water. I don't have the answers yet. Is that a freeing question? Is that a freeing question when somebody asks you something? You don't have to think, I got to have the answer. I don't have the answer yet. I'm still working through. Naming is not blaming. It's orienting. Shame says I'm the problem. Honesty says I'm carrying something. The Christ within says I can choose again. I can choose again. I might not have chose the right one the first time, but I get a chance to choose again without it being shaming. We listen for the need beneath the behavior. Beneath anger may be grief. I was listening to a gentleman last night on Ions. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Ions, but they have some wonderful programs. And he was talking about his 23-year-old son was killed in a car accident. And he was talking about in the early part of that for him was so much anger. But it was really grief masked as anger. We often mask it. Distraction may be, beneath distraction may be fatigue. Beneath judgment may be fear. Needs are holy signals pointing us toward healing. It's okay to have needs. That's what we're here for, to learn from those needs. We let love hold the truth. And this is the Jesus way. So I'm going to give you a 2-minute truth, a guided practice. So let's take a moment now and practice clear seeing. If you want, you can close your eyes or soften your focus. And as you do that, I want you to take in a small inhale and say inwardly, I am held. And as you exhale, I am honest. Inhale, I am held. Exhale, I am honest. Is there a place in your body right now that you're holding tension? If there is, offer it compassion. Offer it compassion. I am being held. I am honest. You can come back. And this can be a little practice that you do during the week. It only takes about 2 seconds. No, maybe a minute. But notice one repeating thought or story that you're carrying this week. Name it gently and ask your heart, what is needed right now? What is needed right now? And listen for one word. It might be rest. It might be clarity. It might be help or boundaries, courage or forgiveness. And whatever it is, you can say, I can be honest and still be loved. So we begin Lent with safety because transformation requires nervous system peace. Shame shuts the system down. Love opens it up. Truth told in love restores our dignity. So in our teaching, Lent is not about earning Spirit's favor, but releasing what blocks our awareness of divine love. We deny the power of shame to define us. We affirm our divine identity. Go back to the song. I am loved just the way I am. Nothing needs to be changed or aligned. And we are again going within, knowing that we have that Christ nature within us. So this will not be a performative Lent. And let me say clearly what this season will be for us. There'll be no spiritual gold stars, no comparison, no proving. It will be yes to truth, yes to compassion, and yes to presence. And if you want to give something up for Lent, you can, but let it be pretense. If you want to take something on, let it be presence. So I'm going to give you a simple Lenten rhythm, and it's a practice that you can take with you through the next 6 weeks. It's a 3-minute pause. Ask yourself right now, what is true right now? Name it kindly. It might be, I'm just so tired. And then one small act of care each day. It might be giving yourself a little bit more hydration. It might be a 5-minute walk. This is so crazy, but it's the way how we work. I was giving a presentation at the Wyndham Library on Friday afternoon with a friend. I stand up here every week. I've been doing it for 20 years, 25 years. I was so nervous. I was a mess. So I'm getting ready to get into my car, and I walk up. My mailbox is at the end of my driveway, so I walk up to get my mail out of my mailbox, and I'm pacing up and down the road, trying to move that energy that was causing me to have so much angst. So you never know when it's going to come or what's going to bring it on, but that 5-minute walk shifted everything for me. Another thing is a quiet no spoken in love. My beloved, who left this planet in 2022, taught me about no. And he said, when you say no, if somebody reacts to that, it wasn't asking you, it was telling you. We would practice. And I would say, would you give me a glass of water? And he would say, no. And I had to watch what was going on in me. Because if I was asking him for something and he wasn't going to give it to me, then I had to deal with my own feelings around that. I often say here in this community, no is a complete sentence. You don't have to have an excuse of why you're saying no. So practice saying no, knowing that it's okay. And know that ordinary care is spiritually potent, taking good care of yourself. So So one courageous act each week. Tell the truth somewhere you've been silent. Set one boundary. Make one phone call. Begin one thing. Most importantly, stay connected. Share authentically with someone you trust. Share authentically with someone you trust. And here's a story to end with. A friend once told me she kept waiting for the perfect spiritual practice. A candle lit 30 minutes of silence early in the morning, and it never happened. Feeling frustrated, she sat on the edge of her bed one morning and said, God, I don't have 30 minutes. I have 30 seconds. Here I am. And that was the moment her practice stopped being performative and became real. God doesn't need our performance. What is needed is our presence. So I have a call and response for us to do this morning. I'll be the leader, okay? In this season, we choose truth without shame. We set down the jars that no longer serve. We release performance and choose presence. Thank you. And now let's prepare for love and meditation.
When I'm quiet in prayer, I open my heart. I open my heart. When I'm quiet in prayer, I open my heart. Hallelujah. When I'm quiet in prayer, I see only love, see only love. When I'm quiet in prayer, I see only love. Hallelujah.
So as you settle in, allow your body to soften in your seat. Let your shoulders release. Loosen your jaw. Begin to breathe in slowly and deeply. Take in that long, easy inhale. And then a soft exhale. Don't hurry. Breathing in peace. Breathing out anything that does not need to travel with you into this moment. And as you rest here, using your power of imagination, see yourself standing at a well. It's quiet. It's an ancient place where people come when they're thirsty, when they're searching, when they're ready to meet the truth. Feel the air around you grow still. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Sense the Holy Presence meeting you here. Not asking you to change, not asking you to perform, simply meeting you where you are. And now in your heart, hear these words. Holy Presence, you who meet us at every well, open our eyes to see with the clarity of the Christ. Let our next breath be a soft opening. Let our inner vision clear just a little. Where we're tired, bring us rest. Now let your shoulders drop another inch. Let the breath find its natural rhythm. And feel that rest begin within you. Where you might feel conflicted, bring peace. If there is any tug of war inside, any tension, any indecision, imagine peace pooling gently around that place, steadying it, easing it. Where you might be hiding, bring gentleness. Is there a part of you that's tucked away? A fear, a need, a truth? If there is, surround it now with compassion. Let gentleness reach it like warm light. Where we are sincere, deepen our trust. Sense the sincerity within. See it as your real longing, your real desire to grow, to understand, to awaken. Let trust expand around that sincerity like a blessing. Give us courage to name what is true, not with harshness, but with clarity. Let one truth rise softly to the surface of your awareness. And now give it the tenderness to hold it in love, to wrap it in kindness, to offer it spaciousness. Let love be the container that holds everything that you are. May we drink from living water, the water of presence, the water of clarity, the water of unconditional love, and may it refresh the places within us that have grown dry. May we step into a fresh way of being. Feel something new beginning in you, a gentler rhythm, a truer alignment, a quiet readiness. Now rest for a moment in that breath. And now let the light within you, the truth within you, the love living as you, seal this time together. And take one more slow inhale. in a grounded, grateful exhale. And then when you're ready, gently open your eyes. And so it is. I'm feeling a need to just ask that question. Anything up for anybody? All right. Everybody good? Look at that tail go. Oh, wow. All right, so let's shift gears and let me just share a few things that are happening. Matt is going to be doing A Course in Miracles today down the hallway at 11:30. Our prayer partner today is Jack Cole. Jack, you've been prayer partner for a couple of times, haven't you? Every so often. All right. And Power Up for the Wisdom Years will happen in here also around 11:30, quarter to 12. That's a time to come and share. If you're in the wisdom years, you might want some support. If you're taking care of somebody in the wisdom years, you may want to come and share and get support. On Saturday, March 7th, Song of the Soul.
Is that my cue?
That's your cue.
All right, I'm going to tell a little story. Is that okay? Very
Yes,
brief?
yeah.
All right. So about 5 years ago, I had a group of people say, hey, we should write a group song. And I said, I don't like writing group songs. I am a solo artist. And they looked at me and they said, that's awfully arrogant. I was like, okay, fair. So they got me to lead a group song process. And I, because of who I am, couldn't just go together and write the song. I created a spiritual practice around it. And so we started with meditation and we sat in silence until what we needed to say was said. And it came out as a very beautiful song we ended up actually recording. So Pat and I had lunch and I said, hey, maybe that would be something folks would be drawn to hear. And I'm past the arrogance. I actually very much love group work now. So if anyone is interested, it is on the screen up there. I do need at least 5 people to participate for it to have resonance, but no need to carry a tune. Maybe you've never written a word, bring an instrument. It's really just about feeling the moment and being in presence together.
Thank you. And if you go into the bookstore at the end of the service and want to just sign up for it, that's a place that you can do it so it's fresh in your mind. Another thing that you can do in the bookstore too is I'm offering a new member class. Ryan's is Saturday, March 7th from 1:30 to 3:30. Next Sunday, is next Sunday March 1st? It must be, yes. Next Sunday, I will be offering a new member class. It'll be 2 Sundays for an hour and a half. If you're interested in being a new member, again, go in and leave your name so that I know that I've got some people that would like to become members. And I want to just say, being a member only means that you get a chance to cast a vote at our annual meeting. This is a way for us to take care of our bylaws. Our bylaws say we have to have members. So it doesn't mean anybody that isn't a member has the same rights and privileges of anybody that does have a member. It's just the voting. Yes, that's right. You can serve on the board. Yes. And we have a great time on the board. We have a great board. Yes, and if you're a member, you can become a prayer partner too. There are some benefits to being a member. Yes. On Sunday, March 8th, at 4 o'clock, Jen Rasp is going to be starting her women's circle. And it's going to be from 4 to 5:30. Some of you know Jen from Laughter Yoga. She is creative. She is funny. She is engaging. And so I just know that this women's group, women's circle, is going to have a lot of elements in it that will come out of the group experience. So from 4 to 5:30 on Sunday, March 8th. On March 10th, on Tuesday, Todd Glacey hosts Consciously Evolving Men's Meetup. It's a great time to come together as men and share your stuff. And, you know, you have it too, not just us women. So Todd is here from 6:30 to 8 on Tuesday, March 10th. And then on March 15th, which is a Sunday, we're going to have a community meeting. This is just an opportunity to come together as a community and bond and just talk about what's working, what we can do better, what you have, ideas that you have. So that will happen at 11:45 or noon, because that's a potluck, so it will, that timing is iffy. And then Friday, March 20th, is the spring equinox. Spring! Oh my gosh. And Vanessa Gates Elston will be here doing a activation with us. She is amazing. And she will also be doing an online class for 3 Thursdays, the 26th of March, the 9th of April, and the 23rd on luminous living and a source activation. And this is a time to create a sacred space for safety, joyfully and powerfully explore techniques, different modalities, and practices. You can attend all 3, or you can attend one or couple. You can either sign up for the whole trio or at each time. And then we have ongoing classes, of course, which is the healing service the first Sunday of the month, A Course in Miracles, 2nd, 4th, and 5th, men's group the 2nd Tuesday, Power Up the 4th Sunday, and then Barbara Kowalska does morning faith lift from Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 o'clock. So those are the things that are happening. And now let us open up to receive, and let us say our offering affirmation together. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God, for the joy of giving.
While the offering's being taken, please join us in singing So Good to Me.
And for those of you that are new, we come down, and even if you're not putting something in the bowl, you get an affirmation. Don't miss your affirmation.
God has been so good to me. God has been so good. God has been so good to me. So good, I feel the Spirit all around me, guiding me on my way. Helping hands and loving hearts surround me every day. God has been so good to me. God has been so good. God has been so good to me. So good, so good, so good. God has been so good to me. God has been so good. God has been so good to me. So good, so good, so good. I feel the Spirit all around me, guiding me on my way. Helping hands and loving hearts surround me every day. God has been so good to me. God has been so good. God has been so good to me. So good, so good, so good. So good, so good, so good.
Oh, we bless these tithes and offerings, knowing that they go forth to do the will and the work here at Unity Center for Spiritual Growth, and so it is. Amen. And now let us say together our prayer for protection. We are the light. We are the love. We are the power. We are the presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And stand as we sing together the peace song. And remember, we have coffee and goodies. Stay for coffee.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as the one source, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Have a blessed week. Enjoy the snow. Yes, darling.